Good evening, everybody. My name is Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. Today is Friday, March the 1st, 2024, and I almost said the date again. This is Flosstube number 63. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. Thank you so much for tuning in and seeing what I have to share. I talk about all things cross-stitch, all kinds of projects. I have boards, I have categories, I have goals, milestones, all the things. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for following along and subscribing and commenting and all the stuff. I very much appreciate it. Hopefully this will post tonight. I'm not sure. My videos tend to post a day later. But if you are wondering why I'm recording on Friday, it's because I decided to try a new schedule. I'm gonna try it for maybe about the month of March and see how it is. I'm gonna try to do weekly updates. I'm still going to be pulling from the baskets and whatnot. I'm gonna pare it down to pulling 10 projects, but I'm going to record Friday, and then I'm gonna record Thursday before I get my kids back for the following week, if that makes sense. So I'm recording today. My kids went back to their dad today. And then my next Flosstube I'm gonna record on Thursday after I go home from work. And then the following video will be, the next Flosstube will be the following Friday. So it'll be kind of like a Friday, then Thursday, Friday, then Thursday, if that makes sense. I feel like it does. And I'm still gonna do Stitch With Me's. I just gotta figure out what days I'm gonna post those on. If I'm gonna do like middle of the week, might do that. Might do it like in the middle of the week. I'm not sure. Anyway, I have a lot to show. I worked on a lot of projects. My board's jacked up because while I was getting set up, Gracie rubbed her fat butt on it. My lighting is a little off because my light right there, that's my magnifier, and that's what I use for my light when I record. And it works, but it leans over, so I can't like set it out. I need to actually just break down and buy a new ring light. Anyway, Gracie decided to sit on my board, so some of it's erased. But this is my board. I worked on all but 4 projects that are listed on here. I worked on the rest of them, and I got some of my dones are erased. I have it written down elsewhere, so I was very, very annoyed when I saw that. I'm like, son of a motherless goat. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? It does mean that my floss tubes are probably going to be shorter, but that's okay because they'll be more often. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is quick recap. I always try to address this as if someone who has never seen my channel is watching this for the first time, so you kind of understand. But for those who watch me religiously, I apologize for the repetitiveness. But I have all of my projects broken down into categories. It'll make a bit more sense as I move on throughout this, but I have all my stuff broken down into categories. I have milestones set for every project with larger goals set, but broken down into smaller milestones. So, and then I have something new I'm going to show once I get done showing you my stuff when we get to the category part. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to show you, probably help if I actually show you what it is, sorry, I feel a little like off. From Hands On Design, this is Let's Talk Spring. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. My end goal is to finish the project. It was a new start this year, so we'll see if that happens. I have it marked, divided up into 6 milestones. And The first milestone was to complete the bulbs and blooms section, umbrella with the umbrella, and the raindrops over here. I did not get it done. I'm doing it on like a 16 count black Ada. And that's how far I got. I think I did 700. My board got partially erased. I've been writing my stuff on my card here, and I think I did 700. Yeah, I think I did 500 before, because I worked on it twice. Then I did 500 the first time I worked on it, and then I threw another couple hundred on it the other night. So that's how far I got on it. So this milestone's not done, so it's going to go back in the basket to be drawn again. But yeah, that's how far I got. It's turning out really cute so far. I quite enjoy it. So there's that. I thought I was like all prepared, and then I hit record and started talking, and all of a sudden I lost all my words and what I was doing. Like, I've never done this before. Next thing I'm going to show is from Design Works. It's a kit called Christmas ABC. It's designed by Krista Hamrick, and my I had a goal to complete 5 letter blocks. The first milestone was to complete the poinsettia block right here. I was working on this at work last week. This week it's been a bit crazy, so I have not been able to work on it this week. But I did get 384 stitches on it while I was at work. I'm just doing whatever came in the kit. So that's how far I've gotten with it so far. I'd say I'm probably about 3/4 of the way done with it. I have to finish in here. I have to backstitch, well, finish this stuff down here too. Finish the leaves. This, I think this is the last poinsettia leaf. Do the middle. I have to put the gold border around here and backstitch it. And then that block will be done. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that maybe if the next time I pull it out, that I can actually get that block done. I did 384 stitches on it. It's a pretty easy stitch. I just don't like the way that the pattern is, because it's like printed super tiny. Hang on one second. I was just updating my stitch count on my card. It's Gracie. My God. She's like scratching in her little house thing. It's very noisy. But it's hard to read sometimes. So I just do more pages and just print it bigger. I know you can, because I've done your patterns before and I've seen it bigger. But it's whatever. There we go. I'm trying to use my computer to help illuminate. Okay, next up, I'm just showing you a bunch of stuff that I didn't get milestones done on. Next up is something I need my tablet for. Next up is Family Vacation. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Amy Stewart, and this is Max Color. Let me just find it on here. Here it is. It is 700 by 469, and it has 237 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it is done. It is a new start. I have this divided, or I have a goal of, let me just put it over here. I have a goal, end goal of 5,000 stitches, I have it divided up into 5 milestones of 1,000 stitches each. And I didn't get the gold, the milestone done, but I did do 400 on it. I'm doing this on a 30 count kind of Aida fabric I picked up from AliExpress. Works out pretty good so far. I've started a few projects on it, but I've done 400 stitches on it. Started in the upper left hand corner, and I'm doing it 1/1 full cross. So that's where I'm at with that so far. So another 600 and that milestone will be done. Next up is another milestone that's not completed. So I was trying to, before I was just working on stuff to get their milestones done. And then I started coming to the realization I'm going to run into the problem I did last year where I had a bunch of huge goals to do, and I didn't want to do it because they were so big. So what I started doing was I was like, all right, let me see how many of these projects I can throw 500 stitches on, and then that way the next time they get pulled out, I won't have as much to do, and I'll probably be able to get the milestones done the next time I pull it out. That was my thinking. Next up is another piece from Hands On Design. This is Let's Talk Winter. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have an end goal to finish it. I have it divided into 6 milestones. The first milestone was to complete pine trees and warm fires. So the words pine trees and warm fires, and then the pine trees that were in there. And I was going to go ahead and do the little Smyrna crosses that are here too. I didn't get it done. I did do 500 stitches on it. These cats are like going crazy. I'm doing this also on the 16 count black Aida. And that is where I got to so far. So that's 500 stitches. I'm thinking that the next time I work on this, I think I will be able to get the goal done, or the milestone. Pretty sure. Because this tree is done right here. The words are done right here. I have to do the top of this tree. There's another color that goes right here, and then the top triangle of that one, and then there's another tree that will come up here, and it's got 3 triangles, and then the warm fires, and then like 4 Smyrna crosses. So I think the next time I pull this out, I'll be able to get it done. Pretty sure. Okay, next up is gingerbread smalls. I pull all this out. There we go. Gingerbread Smalls 2022 from Twin Peak Primitives. The one I pulled out was, what was it? Was it the train? Yeah. Gingerbread, there's 9 of them, and I'm going to do all 9, but the one I pulled out to work on was this train right here. This was a new start for me. I have an end goal to finish all of them. The train, I think, is the smallest one, just from kind of basing it on the length and width. So I have them divided up into 4. This one has 4 milestones of 1,000 stitches each. If it takes more than 4 milestones to finish the piece, then I will go ahead and add more milestones to it. But for right now, that's what I have it as. And I'm doing this on a 28 count Lugana in the color Cornflower from, I think, Fiber on a Whim. Wait, don't I have the fabric thing? Yeah, I do. Yeah, 28 count even weaving Lugana in the color Cornflower by Fiber on a Whim. And I got 500 stitches done on it. Isn't that adorable? That's the middle car of the train right there. whole chocolate middle tower thing is done. I gotta finish and then these two lollipops are done. I have to finish, or well, the little stick isn't, but I gotta finish this lollipop here, and then, oh no, the middle's not done because there's candy cane stripes that go down the sides, and the lollipop wheels. So I'm gonna try to like finish this section before I move on to, I'll probably do the back car too, like first, and then I'll do the front car, the engine, whatever it's called. But I got 500 stitches on that one. So I have 3 of those gingerbread smalls started. 6 more to start, and I want to finish all of them. So, who is it? One of my subscribers said that these milestones and goals and whatnot, they're not necessarily to be done by the end of the year. They're more of a guideline. Next up is from, hang on, I feel like I have something scratchy inside this sleeve. Maybe it's just me. Might just be me. Okay. Next up is Christmas calendar. This was another new start. If you don't normally watch me, I have a shit ton of new starts that I want to be doing this year. Like over 200. So there's always going to be a lot of new starts every Flosstube. But this is from Tiny Modernist, and this is Christmas calendar. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. You guys tore up your little house. I have these little cat scratching houses from Aldi, and it is like, it's falling up, literally falling apart. These stupid cats, they're too fat for it. Okay, so I'm doing it on a 18 count Aida in the color Stratus from Color and Cotton, and I have an end goal to finish it, and I have it divided into 8 milestones, and my first milestone was to do blocks 7, 8, and 12, because I started in the middle, so I was trying to spread the blocks around so it wasn't like rows, if that makes sense. So it's 7, 8, and 12. And I did not finish the milestone, but I did do 500 stitches on it. I have a thread hanging. That's where I'm at with it so far. There we go. That's where I'm at with it so far. Block 8 is almost done. There is some back stitching in this, but I gotta double check on if I think there might be a little bit in block 7, but other than that, I don't think blocks 8 and 12 have back stitching, which will be great. But I just got to pull up the PDF part because I have it in Pattern Keeper, but of course it doesn't recognize backstitch. So I got to pull up the PDF once I get the blocks done to see if there's any, double check if there's any backstitching in those blocks. Okay, next up. Like I said, I worked on a lot of projects, but I didn't get a whole lot of milestones done, but that's okay. There's always next time. Present me is setting up future me for success. Okay, next up is a little kit from Artiste. This is the Nativity motifs. I'm just throwing the floss back in I'm just using whatever came in the kit. And this is what it's gonna look like. I have an end goal to finish it. My first milestone was to complete the Jesus, Mary, and Joseph motif right there in the middle. That won't focus. I did 500 stitches on it. It's not done. It's gonna be like a banner kind of thing, I guess. But that's where I'm at with it so far. I'm starting to get shadows, oh no. But that's where I'm at with it so far. Why is it? I feel like it's blurry. Is it blurry? I don't know if it's blurry, but yeah, 500 stitches. Next time I pull it out, I may try to get a little bit of the back stitching done. Well, no, I gotta finish doing some of that cross stitching before I can get the back stitching. Anyway, so yeah, there's that one. Next up is from Heaven and Earth Designs. It says Rainbow Castle. Artwork is by Ciro Marchetti. This is regular size, max color. Hey, stop. They're fighting over that stupid broken down house. Rainbow Castle max color. It's 550 by 738. It has 239 colors. It is that bright. I'm not in the bright. I'm up in the top left corner, so it's all dark and purple. And I have a goal of 10,000 stitches on it. 10 milestones of 1,000 stitches each. I'm doing it 1/1 full cross on a 32 count easy count Lugana. And hang on, let me just do it like this. There we go. I did 500 stitches on it, so I have another 500 to go. I currently have 2,898 stitches completed out of 405,900, and I am at 0.71%. So that's where I'm at with it so far. So another 500 stitches and milestone 1 will be completed. It's nice to see some colors in there other than the dark. Like, look. Do you mind? Can't tell if those are leaves or little butterflies. I don't know. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. Who would think? All right. Are you making biscuits? You clocked in at the biscuit factory? Next up is another piece I worked on. Look, Gracie's making biscuits. Did you punch in? You fill out your W-2? Sign up for a 401k? All right, next up is another kit from Design Works. This is Ocean ABC. Artwork by Krista Hamrick. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have a goal to complete 4 letter blocks. My first milestone was to complete block G right here, the goal. I just pulled it out and worked on it where when I had a little bit of time after I completed another one or whatever. Worked on another piece. I can't word. I'm just using whatever came in the kit. I did 310 stitches on it. Those 3 blocks are already done. Let me just kind of move this up a little bit so it's not so shadowy. But I did 310 stitches on it, and that's where I'm at with it so far. This right here, these lines right here, this is for the word goals. Maybe I'll just leave the computer off for a minute. Maybe the lighting might be a little bit, whoa, that was weird. Like went in and out of focus for a minute. But yeah, 310 stitches on that so far. Probably have to pull that out a few more times to get that done. Next up, I need to get up and get something. Hang on. I forgot my book. Next up is from Cross Stitch for the Heart. Well, it's from the book Cross Stitch for the Heart. I forgot to grab this. Cross Stitch for the Heart from Emma Congdon. I'm calling it Reason Someone Smiles. I don't remember what page it's on. 60. that is what it's going to look like when it's done. Be the reason someone smiles today. I have a goal of 5,000 stitches. This was a new start for me. And I did 500 stitches on it. It's a really easy stitch. I think I did my stitch with me with this. And then, yeah, I started it during my stitch with me, and then I threw in another few hundred stitches after my stitch with me was done. But that's where I'm at with it so far. I know it's making Alara's eye twitch to see that I didn't complete the pink circle around the face. But I had done 500 stitches and I was trying to move on to another project because I wanted to try to bang out as many 500 batches as I could. So, but anyway, another 500 stitches and that milestone will be done. Here we go. Here's a milestone I did complete. This is a new start from Little House Needleworks. This is Calendar Girls September, and I have a goal to finish it. I have a goal to finish all of them, but I have a goal to finish it. I'm doing this on a 32 count. 32? Hang on. I have it on one of the pieces of fabric in here. I want to say, maybe it's a 36. 32 count Legacy Lugana from Picture This Plus. Oh, probably help if I showed you what it looked like. Calendar, what just fell? Oh, my cards, hang on. I'm falling apart over here. Okay, Calendar Girl September. That is glaring really bad. There we go. That is what she's going to look like when she's done. I have a goal to finish her. I have it divided into 5 milestones of 500 stitches each. Again, if it's going to take more than that, I will go ahead and add milestones to it. However, seeing where I got with my first milestone that I did complete, I don't think it's going to take more than 5 milestones. So I'm doing this 2 over 2. That's where I'm at with it so far. So the September is done. The vine is done, right? Yeah. The vine is done, and I started in on her shoes. Her socks and her shoes are done. And I got to start on one of her pant legs. And that was 500. So I'm thinking that 5 milestones will be more than enough to get these done. So that will be, so she is, hang on, now I need my computer. That was like a really bright light that just reflected off of me, wasn't it? Calendar Girl September is in, now that I actually completed a milestone, now I got to tell you, like, update you on the categories. She is in the seasonal series category, just that one. So I'll explain more when we get to that part, but she is going to go, that particular one is going to go away until half of my seasonal series category milestones have been completed. Next up is my challenge with Alara. We each picked a piece to do 25,000 stitches in 25 weeks. She's doing Dragons of the Sabbat from Pain Free Crafts. I am doing Honeymoon Sunset from the Cross Stitch Studio. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. It is it 939 by 737? No, not at all. 869 by 649. Okay. I changed up where I was working again. Let's see if, oh yeah, I was like, let's see if I remember where it was. So because the last time you saw this was 2 weeks ago, I have done 2,000 stitches on this. I'm doing this 2 over 1 tenth stitch. So I've done 2,000 stitches on this since the last time you saw it, and I did actually stay in the same area this time. I'm just going to show you because I don't feel like, honestly, I don't really feel like pulling this entire thing out. I show it every single week, so if you really want to see what the entire thing that I have done so far looks like, you can go look at my last Flosstube because I showed it there. This is where I worked right here. Jesus. Right here. I started getting a lot of this in here. I was filling in some of the confetti over here. But that's where I got to. There we go. I am at total stitches 178,190 completed out of 563,981. I am at 31.60%. This is not counting towards my categories because it is a challenge piece with Alara. And I don't believe I actually updated my card. We'll find out when I get to my boards. Left my boards over there. Yeah, I'm really not prepared tonight. I have my marker, but I don't have my boards, my big ones. That's okay. Because I got all excited because it's something that I'm going to end up doing here in a bit. But we'll get to that. I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. Next up is another piece that I completed the milestone on. Spring Sampler by Cooler Design Studio. Artwork is by Sandy Orton. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have a goal of 5,000 stitches on this. I have it divided into 10 milestones of 500 stitches each. I have already worked on this once for the seasonal series category. I have it in 2 categories. One is seasonal series. The other is sampler-esque. I've already completed the seasonal series category stitching. So this one was for sampler-esque. And that is where I got to. Let me go ahead and show you the whole thing. That's where I worked. I got my 500 stitches done, but since both of my categories are done, this is going to go away until 50% of one of those categories are completed. And when it comes back out, I will work towards milestone number 3. I just realized that when I zipped this up, I had a thread hanging and it was hanging out of the bag. There we go. Okay. Oh, this needs to actually go in here. Okay. Next up is another milestone that was completed. I think we might actually be getting into completed milestones now. Next up is from Little Dove Designs. This is hard to get out of the bag. Black Cats and Pumpkins. This was a new start. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I had a goal to complete 2 bands on it. The first milestone was to complete the words in this band right here. And it says, well, I'll show you here. I'm doing this on I think a 14 count chalkboard, Ada. I think it's a 14 count. Could be 16, I don't know. Anyway, it says, when black cats, okay. When black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam, may luck be yours on Halloween. So I did 287 stitches on this and I got that milestone completed. And I think this is just in one category. No, it's in two. It is in Sampleresque and it's in the holiday category. And I was working on it for the holiday category. So it is still in the running to be worked on for the Sampleresque category. So if I pull it again, I will work on milestone number 2, which is the pumpkins and the cat. So my next milestone will be to do these pumpkins and the cat. Okay. Next up is from Cooler Design Studio. And this is Winter Sampler, artwork by Sandy Orton. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have a goal of 6,000 stitches on this. And I have it divided into 6 milestones of 1,000 stitches each. And face itches. I got all 1,000 stitches. I was trying to think if I had started the milestone or not. Nope, I went ahead and did all 1,000 stitches on this. And I decided to work on, right? No, I needed, son of a mother. Yeah, no, I did all 1,000. Jesus. So I worked on this area kind of, I did some back stitching here for the winter. I did a little bit of the back stitching up here. I extended this out and I worked on this little scene that's down here. So milestone number 2 is complete. This is like spring sampler. I completed it already for the seasonal category. And so this was for the Sampleresque category. So it will go away until 50% of one of those categories is done. And then it will come back out and I will start on milestone number 3. Okay, next up is my Heaven and Earth Sal. There was a couple people that decided to do a stitch along with Heaven and Earth Designs patterns. It was a limited sign up. It is no longer available to sign up for. I am doing, so I'm not going to get too much into it, but I am doing Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2 from Amy Stewart. It's 300 by 205. The first 3 pages are released. The next few pages will be coming out in about a month. I think it's every quarter. If I complete 4 pages, then I will get all the patterns that were offered to pick from. There was like 10 patterns to pick from. And if I complete the piece before the end of the year, then I will get all the patterns that were offered plus 2 charts of my choice off the website for free. And then I guess there was some big flubbalub with Sheena Pike and a few others being retired. And one of the pieces for the Sal was a Sheena Pike piece. So they were like, is it still going to be available? Blah, blah. So they ended up replacing it with another piece. And it's a lavender gnome. And it's so cute. So now I'm like super motivated because I want that gnome. It's really cute. Anyway, since the last time you saw this, I'm doing this 2/1 tent stitch on a 28 count, easy count Lugana. And since the last time you saw this, I've done 2,400 stitches on it. I am currently at 10,800 stitches completed. It's the section that I have right now, the first 3 pages, is 22,932. So I'm at 47.1% done of the first release. That's going to drop down once the second release happens. But yeah, so I'm almost halfway done with the first release. But I've done 2,400 stitches on it since the last time you saw it. My goal is to do 1,200 a week. And if I can do 1,200 a week, I will have it done before the end of the year. So that piece stays out because I'll work on it every week along with Honeymoon Sunset. Okay, I got 2 more pieces to show you. I'm saving the best for last. Okay. Next thing I'm going to show you is another new start. This is the Year of Gnome Stitch Along. I think it's called now Gnome a Month from Cross Stitch for Everyone on Etsy. Where's all my little gnomes at? This is the April gnome. And this is what he's going to look like when he's done. Ain't he cute? Alara calls them the burrito gnomes because they have no arms. But that's what he's going to look like when he's done. I have a goal to finish him. My first milestone is to get him to 15%, which I believe was 1,376 stitches to get him to 15%. I'm doing him 1/1 full cross on a 28 count white Monaco. I did 500 stitches on him so far. That's where I'm at. And so 500 stitches done out of 9,177, I'm at 5.45%. So that's that one. And then the next one is another Year of Gnomes piece. And this is Year of Gnomes May. I'm so excited. My goal was to finish him. I did this 1/1 full cross on a 28 count white Monaco. So my goal was to finish him. And I did. He is all done. Look how cute he is. Don't focus on my face. Focus on him. So he is done. This is my first finish of 2024. How exciting. Let's just admire him for a moment. The confetti on this last bit was no joke. I wanted to die. But I'm okay with it because look how adorable he is. Super cute. Very happy with him. Okay. So. Let me think for just a moment. Sorry. Okay. One moment. Let me grab a couple things. Oh, wait, no. Before I start marking off my categories and stuff, I had to finish. So my end goal is done for him, right? Before I start marking everything off, I need to get something, and then because I get to draw, okay. I'm just so excited. I just can't even figure out how to explain it. So I have a total right now of like 324 projects that I want to work on and or start, okay? But I pared it down in what was it that I had like that 3-hour video? January was the month of the 3-hour floss tubes. And I pared it down to about 150 projects. So I said whenever I hit an end goal of one of these pieces, I would pull, and like if I got a finish or if I hit the big goal of the large stitch count or what have you, I would pull a new project because it's going to go away, and I'll pull a new project out of the remainder of it, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to pull a new thing to add into the list, And then I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna go get said piece, because you're not gonna, I'm not pulling all that crap out just to pull one project out. I hope it's a good one. I hope it's not something boring. Watch me pull out something super boring now. So this will get thrown into my basket that I'm going to be picking from for the next week. Cat on Indian carpet. It's a really old kit, and I'm like, oh God. Okay, let me throw that in there. Pause the video. I'm gonna go get that piece, update a couple things, and I'll be right back. Okay, got it. So I'm just gonna show you real quick what the piece is. This is not a piece that I'm pulling to work on. I'm just showing you what it is since I pulled it. It's from an old, as you can see, an old kit. Designs for the Needle. Artwork is by Leslie Ann Ivory. I bought this back in like 1997. Some of y'all weren't even alive back then, and I was like almost graduated high school. I feel so old. I have a goal of 5,000 stitches on this, and I have it divided up into 5 milestones of 1,000 stitches each. And that is my starting point for that one. This is why I do the milestones and the goals and the picking of the baskets, because like otherwise I don't know if I would work on it. I don't know. I don't want to make it a UFO, but it's definitely not my first, second, third, fourth, fifth choice to work on. Okay, now, my category board. So I have 12 categories and my milestones. We need to update this because I need 3 of these colors. I need to update this because I need to add the cat on Indian carpet, and it is in one category. It's in the large kits category. So I need to add, what did I say, 5 milestones? Shit, I need that part too. Yeah. Okay. I need to add the milestones onto this number down here, like the overall, like the blue ones. We need to update this for the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add cat on Indian carpet to the category thing here, and then add the milestones. The year of gnomes May that I completed, I'm leaving the milestone on here, down here, because it was completed, but I'm going to decrease the categories that it was in 3 different categories. So I'm going to decrease those categories by 1 because it's done. It's off the table. So let me update this milestone. 1,089. What's 89 plus 5? 94. Okay, and then I need to add, let me do it like this. And I need to add one to the large kits. So this is going to go up to 21. Now, if this ends up basically half of these, so like down here, just because I've got my marker right there. I currently have 8 projects in the other category. Once 4 milestones are done, then all those projects will go back into the basket to pick from. If it's an odd number, like small kits has 19, I'm just doing the lower end, like, because I'm not going to do, 9.5. So I'm just, or 8.5. I'm not doing 9.5. So I just did 9. So because it's an odd number, it's just going to stay at 10. Okay. Now, Year of Gnomes May is done, so I need to decrease the 3 categories that it was in by 1. One of them was seasonal, so this is going to go down to 53. The other one, another one was Sal's, so this will go down to 12. And it was in the gnomes category, so this will go down to 9. Now I'm going to do myself a favor. Since 9 divided by 2 is 4.5, we're going to drop this down to 4. And since 53 divided by 2 is 26.5, we're going to drop this down to 26. There we go. But the Sal's is staying the same because it dropped down to the actual 6 times 2. Okay. Did that make sense? All right. Hope so. So now we're going to update the green numbers for the actual things. Holiday. Holiday was the Black Cats. Holiday up here. So this is going to go up to 2. And then seasonal, we're going to add 1 onto it. I feel like I should probably drop the, so it's going to go to 17. I feel like I should probably drop the, let me think for just a second. Year of Gnomes May, the first one that I had completed it for was seasonal series. If I took it off of there, I should actually probably, this is going to go back down to 16. So the reason why I'm just keeping it at 16 now that I just thought about it is because I completed a milestone for Year of Gnomes May once. I got it to 85% and I counted it towards the seasonal series category. And then for some reason, I only had 2 milestones, but I had it in 3 categories. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably because I had all the gnomes in 3 categories. And so that's the only category I had actually completed a milestone for. So that's actually just going to stay 16 because I took it off of there. Okay. Then, because it should have dropped, I should have dropped it down to 15 milestones done, and then it would go up to 16 with the Calendar Girl September. Okay, Sampleresque, I completed winter and spring sampler milestones. So this is going to go up to 2. So 2 more milestones for Sampleresque category, and those will go back in the basket. Now, here is where I thought it would be fun to add something to the mix. But because it's the first time that I'm showing it, of course, it's going to take a little bit of time to work it out because who am I to keep you from the fun I have of marking them off on the actual things. I went through and I printed out my categories. So each category is on a piece of paper, except for seasonal series, it's on 2 pieces because there were so many. We're gonna use my Blue's Clues marker for right now. So I have all my categories. We're gonna do it like this. I have all my categories on paper, right? Or all my projects listed by category on paper. And I thought maybe if I started doing it like this also, that it might be a little bit easier for you guys to kind of understand what I'm doing. So what we're gonna do real quick is we are going to cross off the ones, because this is fun for me. I love this. We're gonna cross off the ones for that category that are already done. So it's Creekview. So Creekview Cottages. And then mini tea and books. And then if the category gets reset, then I'll just reprint that one particular list. That's why I did each category on its own paper. Mountain Cabin, if it's in black, so this is how I have it on my computer. If it's in black, it's only in that category. If it's red, it's in more than one category. Mountain Cabin, so that's in another category. Springtime Splendor, is that it for that one? Yeah. And then what I may do is I may go through, after this, I might actually mark down, I think what I might do is mark down what milestone each piece is on. Right now, everything started off at 1, unless except for a couple things like Winter and Spring Sampler was milestone 2. But it will be fun to see what milestones each one is being worked on. But for right now, I'm kind of saying most of them are almost all of them are 1. But anyway. Next up is the holiday category, Black Cats and Pumpkins. We're gonna wait on Black Cats and Pumpkins because I'm just doing the ones that are already done, and then we'll kind of run through real quick and do the ones that I just, well, no, you know what? Let me just do it like this. Black Cats and Pumpkins is the one that I just did. There we go. Okay, next up, seasonal series is on 2 pages. So Calendar Girls September is the one that I just did. And then what's already been done is Dolly Mama Ho. The next 2, Dreaming of Autumn Leaves. And then Gingerbread Smalls Carousel. Not the one I showed you. And then scrolling down, Let's Talk Stitching. And then next page, can't even read it, sorry. Mother Nature Christmas, Mother Nature Halloween, Mother Nature Summer, Mother Nature Winter, there we go. One More Chapter, Pumpkins, Spring Sampler, that was the first time I worked on it. Summer, Toy Shop, but you see why if it's in multiple categories, I work on the largest category first, and this is why, because there's so many of them. Winter Sampler is the one I just finished. Oh, nope, I did that one before too. Year of Gnomes May. We're crossing that one off the list. So next time I update this, I'm just going to take Year of Gnomes May off completely. Okay. Next up is the Fancy Like category. And yeah, okay. Just making sure that added up. Okay, so for Fancy Like was Belle, Espresso, Stitch Fairy, Stitcher's Paradise Sal, and Unicorn. The Etsy category, I only have 1, and that was Summertime. Let me just move my mouse over. Next up is the Christmas category, and that is Coffee Shop and Grinch Gnome and Company. Those 2 got done in that category. What I'll probably do is I'll go ahead and put what milestone they're on kind of as I get to them. Or if I know I haven't worked on them, I'll go ahead and just mark ones next to them. Next up is large kits. I went ahead and added Cat on Indian Carpet down here. Large kits. Goodnight Bears, Isaiah, Once Upon a Time, Riding the Wave, and Vintage Style. The small kits category. Bookmark Cups, Enchanted Pumpkins, Espresso, Lighthouse Bookmark, whoops, and Sugar Cookie House. Gnomes category. Spa Gnome and Year of Gnomes May. Sampleresque, Spring Sampler. These are the two new ones. This was a 0. These are the two new ones. Spring Sampler and Winter Sampler. Sal's, just Year of Gnomes May, because that one's completed. I don't really have anything for Sal's right now. And then in other is just one, and that would be Hedgehog. That one right there. So let me just back up to, yeah, Sampleresque. Okay, so let me just show you an example here. So autumn sample, so real quick, I'm just gonna kind of show you my little numbering system I'm gonna end up doing for these. Autumn Sampler, I have not worked on this one yet. But the first time I work on it, it is actually going to be worked on for the seasonal category. So under the seasonal category, it's going to be, if I can find it, here we go. So under seasonal series, when I actually pull Autumn Sampler out, I'm actually going to be working on it towards this category first. So I'll be working on milestone number 1, okay? The next time I pull it out, once that milestone's done, the next time I pull it out, I will be working towards the Sampleresque category for milestone number 2. Black Cats and Pumpkins, I just completed for the holiday category. So the next time I pull it out, I will be working on it for Sampleresque for milestone number 2. Dreaming of Autumn Leaves, I've already done it for the, I think the Fancy Light category. Let me just find it real quick on here. Dreaming of Autumn Leaves. Oh no, it was seasonal series. So Dreaming of Autumn Leaves was in 2 categories, seasonal series and Sampleresque. So I've already done milestone number 1 for the seasonal series. So it will be worked on milestone number 2 next time I pull it out. Flora Sampler will be milestone number 1. Holiday Quaker is in Christmas and Sampleresque, and Christmas has 22 in its list and Sampleresque has 8. So the first milestone will be towards Christmas, the second milestone will be for Sampleresque, and then Crossword will be the first milestone. And then as I work on this stuff more, it will, so Spring Sampler and Winter Sampler were both 2s. They were both 2s because their first one was over in the seasonal series category. So, but then I just dropped my marker down there. But something like the other category, all of these, they're only in the one category because they didn't fit anywhere. They are all on their first milestone. So once I hit 4 of these milestones done, the 4 that are done, they'll go back in the basket, and those 4 will be towards milestone number 2, and the remaining will be towards milestone number 1. If you have any questions, please dial information. Okay, let me get my marker out from here. Okay, now what I should have done when I got up to go get my cat on Indian carpet was I should have gotten the stuff that I forgot to grab, but I didn't. So hang on. Okay. Time for the boards. All right, got my Blue's Clues marker back out. Okay. Nope, wrong order. Okay, first up, if you haven't seen these boards, I have all 300 something projects written out on here. I actually have 320 projects on here. I said 324, but 4 of them aren't listed on here right now because they were stuff that I added on after the first of the year. So I'm saying 324, but really right now it's 320. Okay, so I have them all listed on here, and then I have blocks for each milestone that they have. The first, and then as I complete their milestones, I'm going to color in the blocks. This is just something else fun to do if you've never watched this before. Okay, the first one is Black Cats and Pumpkins, which is over here. So we're going to color in this one here. Next one is Calendar Girl September, which is down here. Okay, and then that's it for that one. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of milestones done this time. Oops, wrong one. Next up is Spring Sampler, which is not that one. Wait, let me check this side. Nope. There we go. Spring Sampler, which is up here. I got 2 milestones done for that one there. And then, oh, I forgot to update my total milestones done. I gotta do that too. Winter Sampler, which is down here. Color in another one. Winter Sampler. And then Year of Gnomes May. Up here, got that milestone done, and since since all the milestones are done, boom, cross it out. Look at that. Okay. Okay, my 25K in 25 weeks, Honeymoon Sunset. I got 2 more of I got 2,000 stitches done, so there's 2 more blocks there to color in. And then the Haid Sal, 1,200 per week. I did another 2,400. So we're gonna color in 2 more blocks here. There we go. Guess what I finally get to do? I get to color in my finish. Over here, I get to color one in. So I had said in my whip parade that I wanted to finish 135 projects. Realistically, I might try to shoot for 20, but the way I have it right now with the milestones and the goals and all that mess, I'm not sure if I'm even gonna hit 20. However, we did get 1. Yeah, look at that. 1 finish. And I'm gonna go ahead and write it on here. I don't remember what day I did it though. I'm just gonna say for right now, we'll put it down here because I might do a little finishes thing right there. Year of Gnomes May. Yeah. All right. Okay. Real quick, I wanted to show you, one of my subscribers sent me something. I got some happy mail. I was so excited when I opened this. One of my subscribers sent me the thread pack, the specialty thread pack for Poltergeist Pirates. If you don't know, I have it, and I keep saying I don't have the specialty, the fancy threads, so I don't know if I'm gonna get them or not. And she went ahead and sent them to me. Thank you, Donna. I'm so excited. Look at these. Pick a card, any card. So these are the specialty flosses that go in Poltergeist Pirates. Aren't they pretty? They are petite silk lame, but they're like glittery. So pretty. So I'm excited for those when I get to them. I went and got the package, and I had my kids, and I opened up the packages and walked into the car, and I started smiling, and my son's like, "What are you smiling about?" And I'm like, "Look what I got." I said, "It's for that pirate ship piece that you want." He's like, "Oh, it's so cool." Okay. Now, time to draw my projects for the next week. I almost said 2 weeks. For the next week. Got my basket. Let me just move these down here for right now. Reset the set. Here we go. Is this the right? Yeah. Is that the right way? No, I think that's backwards. That's backwards. Let me flip this around. All right. I am going to... My plan is to film my next Flosstube next Thursday. I'm going to pull 10 projects. I usually pull 20 for 2 weeks. I'm going to pull 10 for the next week. That way, if I get a lot of stitching done and I have a bunch of small milestones, then I'll be able to get more milestones done. I need to mix this up really good. Okay. This was supposed to be a shorter Flosstube, and I don't think it's gonna be. Okay, next up. Ooh, PSL, they're here. That is from Stitchy Witcher, Witchy Stitcher. Stitchy Witcher. Witchy Stitcher. Okay, this will be a new start. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I got this from another subscriber. I've had some really nice people send me stuff, which I'm very grateful for. So I'm going to be starting this, and I'm going to be doing it on the fabric that she sent with it. I think, is this the called for or no? I was just trying to see if I could find what I don't know what the call for fabric is. Anyway, it's going to be done on a 28 count Lugana in the color Minerva by Seraphim Fabrics. I feel like this is the called for fabric. That looks like what's on here, sort of. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it's going to be stitched on. I'm going to do it over 2. After I double check and make sure that it'll fit if it's over 2, but I'm pretty sure it will. And I have a goal of 3,000 stitches. Dropping everything. Goal of 3,000 stitches. Milestone number 1 will be to do 500 stitches on it. And one moment. PSL, they're here, is in one category. It is in the holiday category. So that's what it will be worked towards. Usually my 500s, for the most part, I try to go ahead and get done, the 500 stitch ones. So I think that that one will be done next time you see it. Okay, next up is Kaleidoscope. This is from Yasmin's Made with Love. 1 second, hang on. Oh my God, what's happening? Okay, let me just do this. Okay. Kaleidoscope. I was like, oh right, where did I draw? J. Okay. L. So it should be, oh, here it is. And I'm just going to be doing this on a 14 count white Aida. Look how pretty that is. It's all DMC. I have a goal of 4,000 stitches on this, 8 milestones of 500 stitches each. It'll be a new start. I'm super excited to start this one, and it's 500 stitch milestones, so I think this one will be done the next time you see it. Although I do have 2 focus pieces that I have to work on as well, so you never know. Because that essentially gives me 5 days to work on other projects, and I'm pulling 10 pieces. But this is in the other, I didn't want to bold that. This is in the other category, because I didn't really have any category that it fit in. Next up, we pulled out like 3. Steampunk Coffee Mill. This will be a new start. This is from Maya Stitch on Etsy. And I will be doing this on a 14 count white Aida. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have a goal of 3,000 stitches on this, 6 milestones of 500 stitches each. I think I'll probably start it in the middle, I think. Steampunk Coffee Mill is in 2 categories. It is in Etsy and it's in seasonal series. So it will go towards the seasonal series category. Next up is Best of Christmas. I might actually sort the floss on this one. I pulled it last time. I didn't start it because the floss is a big jumbled mess. It's a Bucilla kit. It's a new start. I have a goal of 4,000 stitches, 8 milestones each, with the first milestone being 500 stitches. That's the floss. That's why I'm like, I don't have any floss cards. I said this last time, I didn't do it. I might see if I can just color match approximate and just do DMC, and then I don't even have to worry about it anymore. Best of Christmas, it's in 2 categories. It's in large kits and it's in Christmas. And it will, so if I work on it, it will go 21, Christmas is 22. It'll go towards the Christmas category. Next up is pumpkins. Did I not finish the milestone? Is that what it was? This is from Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy. I must not have finished the milestone. Maybe that's what it was. I'm doing this on a 14 count Ada in the color Dog Tea. It looks like a dog pissed all over the fabric. That's my starting point. Oh no, I didn't finish the milestone. That's why I'm like, God, I feel like I've worked on this like 3 or 4 times. I am going towards milestone number 2, and I have 600 towards that milestone so far. I need 400 stitches to finish that milestone, and it is being worked on towards the, let me see, pumpkins. Etsy category. So I didn't even show you what it looked like. My bad. Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. So I've already done 1,000 stitches on it towards the seasonal series category because it's a seasonal piece. And so now I'm working on doing 1,000 stitches towards the Etsy category. Fine. You guys want to stick together? You can go back in the basket and I'll pick something else. Stacked teacups. I think this is one of my stacked teacups. Is this a bookmark? What is this? Oh no, not a bookmark. I have a teacups bookmark, and that's why I was confusing myself. I think this will be a new start. Yeah, new start, small dimensions kit, gold collection petite. This is what it's gonna look like when it's done. I have a goal of 3,000 stitches on this, 6 milestones of 500 stitches each. And it is somewhere. Here it is. It's in this. It's in the small kits category. Okay. How many is that? I should have done this better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more. Black Cats and Pumpkins. I just showed you the piece. That was the one I had the words for. And that's not it. Hang on. It's down by my feet. Somewhere. Hello. I'm still here. Talk amongst yourselves while I look for this. Here it is. Okay, Black Cats and Pumpkins. That piece there. So milestone number 2 will be to work on the pumpkins and the cat in the middle band right there. I don't know how many stitches that's going to be. Black Cats and Pumpkins. So I've already done it for the holiday category, so this will go towards the Sampleress category. And just a reminder, because I don't think I showed it for very long, that's my starting point. Three more. Aurora Cabin. This is a dimensions kit. Dimensions Gold Collection. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have a goal of 6,000 stitches on this, divided into 12 milestones of 500 stitches each. And that is my starting point. And this is in, I know it's in large kits. And it's in Christmas. So this will go, if I work on this, large kits is 21, Christmas is 22. This will go towards the Christmas category. Oh, whoops. My card needs to go back in there. I'm finding that I much prefer the 500 stitch milestones more than the 1,000 because I'm like, oh, I could do that in one night, no problemo. Okay. Once upon a time. Where is it? Here it is. This is a kit from an old Janlin kit. I'm missing some floss from it, which honestly, I don't know if that's my mistake or theirs because I'm missing a lot of stuff from it. But I also don't remember if I bought this brand. I feel like I bought it brand new. Oh. Old kit from Janlin. Once upon a time. Princess and her unicorn. I have a goal of 4,000 stitches on this, divided into 8 milestones of 500 stitches each. I have already completed milestone number 1 for the something. Once upon a time is large kits and fancy like. I already completed 500, the first milestone for the large kits category. So if I finish this, this will go towards the fancy light category. There we go. And what I'll do is the next time that, before I do my next Flosstube, I will basically like how I had numbered that one category, I'm gonna go ahead and number all of them, so that you can see when I pull it up again which ones are for what milestones. Let me just double check. I think I have one more to pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, one more. Again, there we go. Ocean ABC. It's another piece I had pulled last week. So I will continue to work towards that one there. I will continue to work on completing block G. I'm not sure about this one being completed by the next time, by Thursday. So really I have tonight, Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm going to record on Thursday. So really, I have, let's just say Friday and Saturday. This is not the order I'm going to do my stuff in, but let's just say Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, I do my 2 focus pieces. So that leaves me tonight and Wednesday to night to do the other stuff, and then all day Saturday and Sunday to see what I can get done. Now, if I don't have a lot to do on Saturday and Sunday, I can bang out some pieces. So I might try to do that. I might try to see how many of these I can get done. Yeah. All right, Ocean ABC. And then work-wise, it should be back to normal. So I'm probably going to, I think what I might do is I might try to bring Ocean ABC with me to work, so that I can work on it like during my downtime if I have some, usually in the mornings. I might be able to get more done that way. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to update the milestones. Okay, so I'm going to, how many milestones did I get done? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 milestones done, but no, I left the milestones here for Year of Gnomes May. So really I got 4 categories done, Year of Gnomes May, and then I did 2 milestones. So my focus pieces are included in the milestones, and there's 2 milestones each. So that's another 4. So I did 9 milestones. 56 plus 9 is what? 65. $65 milestones done. Okay. Yeah, so much for being a short floss tube. All right, that's it. That's all I gotta say. If you liked what you had to see and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. I do read them all. I don't always get back to them right away. I know there's comments I have not replied to yet, either by a heart or by an actual reply. But I have read them. If I haven't replied to you, I have read it. I just haven't responded to it. But anyway, take care. Happy stitching. Let me know what you think about a weekly update. We'll see how this goes for the next, probably the month of March. That'll give me 4 weeks of weekly updates. If everything is working out pretty easily, then I will kind of try to stick to it. I'll see if I can maybe film a floss tube over the weekend and then post it like Wednesday. I don't know, I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I'll probably film a stitch with me over the weekend, and then I'll have to figure out what day to post it on. So, yeah. All right. Take care. Happy stitching. Get a lot of stitches in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.